The first question is, they've given you a triangular bipyramid. Bipyramid means there are two pyramids, one here, and they are joined at the base. So this is the base. So think of ABC like this, horizontal. Okay, so ABC is horizontal triangle, and this is on the top. This part is on the top. This part is on the bottom. Okay, so think of the circuit like this. 3D imagination you have to do. You have to find equivalent resistance between A and C. So between these 2 points. So this part is behind, and they have mentioned resistance between any 2 points or resistance of each branch is equals to R. मतलब resistance between these two is R, 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 between this B and E is R, and AE is also R. So each line that you see here, including that dotted line, which is behind, since it is behind, I am drawing dot dot. Each one of them has resistance capital R. We have to find resistance between A and C. So if you think of one pyramid on the top, one pyramid at the bottom, then if I draw a line through A and C, you can see it looks symmetrical on top and below. Yes or no? So if I draw this line like this, then this is your parallel axis symmetry. Parallel axis symmetry. And if you remember so many cube problems which we did, cube problems, if there is a parallel axis symmetry, then corresponding points on the opposite side, corresponding points on the opposite side of this axis must be at same potential. So that is the main trick. Okay, so can you tell me here, for example, if you have a circuit like this, so if I want equivalent resistance between A and B, sorry, so if I want equivalent resistance between A and B, then you can draw this line, and since this line is parallel to this line joining A and B, this line we call parallel axis symmetry, right? Parallel axis symmetry. So what I tell, the points which are opposite to this line, okay, and corresponding means for this point there is a point here, those two will be at same potential if the circuit looks symmetrical. So this is R, this is R, this is R, this is R, it looks symmetrical, right? So we can say this point and this point will be at same potential, and we know that from our Wheatstone bridge concept, right? Okay, so since those two are at same potential, what we can do, we can join them, so you can bring this E and flip it here. Okay, so D and E are at same potential, so they can be joined, because they represent the same potential point. The first thing is to understand this part. So this part is the one which takes time to find out. Once you find this, it is very simple. So once you join those 2 points, how will the circuit simplify now? So let us redraw the circuit. So imagine this E is coming here. Then you can see this will become parallel to this and this will be parallel, right? Imagine I am putting E here. So this line will come on top of this line. So AB is here. Then E will come here. So E will be here. So the line between A and B is this, and the line between A and E will be also this. So there will be two lines like this. Correct? No, one line is this AD and another line is this AE, and each one of them has resistance. So R and R, this is R, this is R. So R and R in parallel will give you how much? R by 2. Correct or not? So that concept we have to remember. So let us redraw the circuit. So AC will be there only. Okay, so AC will be there. So this is AC, and we want between A and C, remember. Okay, so AC will be there. Then when I do like this AB will also be there, right? So this AB will be there, AB, that will be R, this will be R, and BC will be there. This 3 will not change, right? Think of this going like this, and this will be in parallel. So A and D. This is D also and E also. D and E are joined, remember. So this and this will be in parallel, so R by 2. Then when I take it here, this and this will be also in parallel between D and B. So between D and B here. Okay. So let me join. Let me draw it little bit symmetrical. Yeah. This is D comma E. Like this. This part means you have to go above. Okay. So D and B and B and E. B and E. Again one more resistance. So that will be R by 2 and D and C. D and C and E and C, right? D and C, then E and C. E and C. Two resistors will be there. So this will be R by 2. Right? Okay. Now I can write this capital R here also. I can write this capital R here also. Correct now? Because it is the same 2 points. Capital R is between A and C, this capital R. So I can write either here inside or I can write here. Now you look this part of the diagram. It is a what kind of bridge? It is a balanced Wheatstone bridge. Since it is a balanced Wheatstone bridge, this can be removed. Because you can see P by Q is 1, R by S is also 1. So if I remove this part, so this part can be removed. Then how it will look? Here R by 2, here R by 2, here R and here R. Correct? And there is one more R here. Okay? So let me redraw this side. Okay? It may not be visible if I draw the bottom. So here R by 2, here R by 2, here R by R, sorry, here R and here one R. And I want between A and C. This is my A and C. Okay. So now you can see these two are in series. That will give you R by 2 by R by 2 in series will give you R. So this will be R. Right? And this R and R in series will give you 2R. And you can see R and 2R are in parallel. So it will be, and it is in parallel with this R also. This R is also there, no, between A and C. So all these three are in parallel. All these three are in parallel because their left ends are joined together, their right ends are joined together. So 1 by R total will be 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by 2R. 1 by R plus 1 by R will be 2 by R plus 1 by 2R. Right? Okay, it is not visible, no? So let me write here. So this will be 2 by R plus 1 by 2R. So then if you take LCM, let me write here 1 by R total will be 1 by R will be common. LCM will be 2. 4 plus 1, 5. Right? So your finally R total will be what? 2R by 5. Okay, so that is the answer for the first part. Equivalent resistance between A and C. Make a note quickly. Okay. Then for same diagram, they want equivalent resistance between D and E. So let me remove these ones now. This one was to show you which ones will be parallel. Okay, now look carefully. I want between D and E. So between this and this. Okay. So second part is R effective between D and E. So now imagine an axis along D and E. This This will be again your parallel axis symmetry. Right? Why? Because you can see this side, whatever resistance is there, this side is also there. And remember, this line is passing through the midpoint. So if this is the base, if ABC is the base, D is here, no, and E is here. So this line I am saying. So if this line is symmetric, if this line is the axis of symmetry, opposite points, corresponding points should be at same potential. That means if you imagine this line passing through the midpoint of this triangle like this, then you can see this and this. Similarly, this and this and this, right? Because this line is passing like through the middle. So if I can draw this triangle here, let's say let me give you 3D feeling like this. Like this, if this is the triangle ACB, then this axis is passing like this. Like this. Okay. So opposite points, this and this and this should be at same potential. So basically what I'm saying is, if this is the axis of symmetry, points around here will be at same potential. So this point and this point, this point and this point, like that. Corresponding points will be at same potential. So if you want along B and E, then A, B, C are at same potential. Opposite points will be at same potential. So you can join them. You can join them. Again, if this is the axis of symmetry, points which are here will be at same potential. Okay. So you can join them. So if you join them like this A and B and C, if you join them, basically this resistor will be useless, right? So if you join A, B and C, how it will look? This is your D and this is your E, right? So if you join this, then this and this and this will come in parallel, right? This will become 0 because you are joining this like this, so this will be basically useless. This will be useless, this will be useless. So you join this like this, so this one and this one and this one will come in parallel, right? So AD, this is your A, let's say A, which will be same as B, which will be same as C. So A to D one resistance, A to D, and again D to B one more resistance, then D to C one more resistance, like this it will come. Similarly, A to E, let me write here, okay? This point represents A, B, C. Here one resistance, here one resistance, and here one resistance. Which are these three resistance? This line, and this line. These three lines will be collapsed. Okay, once you join A, B, and C. Then it is simple. This is R in parallel. So it will be R by 3. So this will be R by 3. And this will be R by 3. Between D and E, remember, we want equivalent. So now these two are in series. So total resistance between D and E, let me write here, will be these two are in series. So R by 3 plus R by 3. That will be 2R by 3. Okay, 2R by 3. One very interesting question, I think it was asked by Pranjali, I think. Okay. This is the question. So they have given you a circuit like this. Here R1, here R2, here R1, here R2, here again R1, here again R2, R1, then again R2, it keeps on going. This is infinity. Now one interesting point they have given in the question. The question I have shared with all of you in the WhatsApp group, okay? So consider an infinite ladder of network as shown in the adjacent figure. A voltage is applied between A and B. So here some voltage V is applied, and they are saying if the voltage is halved after each section, find the ratio of R1 by R2. So after each section, this is one section, right? This section is getting repeated, no? See? So after each section, the voltage is halved. So here voltage will be V by 2. Here voltage will be V by 4, like that. So it keeps on going like that, fine? Now let us assume current here is I. First, okay, if this is I. Now how does it divide here? Not very sure, because you cannot say symmetrical. But they have told voltage here is V by 2. So this is AB. Let me call this XY. Right? Okay. Now think, I start drawing the circuit from XY. Now you can see whatever is the equivalent resistance between A and B, equivalent resistance. Same will be equivalent resistance between X and Y. Why it will be same? Because it is infinite network. The same thing is getting repeated. So here also infinite sections are here. Here what? Less than infinity are there? No, by removing one section, it will still be, the number of sections will be infinite. So whatever is the total resistance here is same as whatever is the total resistance here. Right? So resistance is here and here are same. So resistance between A and B should be same as resistance between X and Y. But voltage here is V. Voltage here is V by 2. So if resistance is same and voltage is halved, current must be halved. So current starting from here must be, if I assume, here it must be I by 2. That concept you have to first understand. Okay. So total resistance seen by this battery with voltage V will be same as total resistance seen by this battery whose voltage is V by 2 according to question. So since resistance is same, this battery must send half of the current sent here, because voltage is halved. Resistance is same, but voltage is half. So current will be half, V equal to I into R equivalent. So that means I know the current in this R1. So here because the voltage here is half, no? So current here will be I by 2. Now in this point you see current I is coming, current I by 2 is going. So here current I by 2 must go. There is no other way, right? Okay. So once you have understood this, because of this happened because there are infinite sections. Okay. Now look here. What will be the voltage here? See, voltage here is V. Voltage here is V by 2. That means this point is common, no? So let us say this point has potential V, I don't know, whatever, VB, let's say. All these points will be VB. All these points with same conductor. Now this VA has higher potential than VB. By how much? V. This is V is the potential difference. And this VX has higher potential than this same point VB. By how much? By V by 2. Here potential difference is V by 2. So you can see if you subtract these two, this and this, you will get VA minus Vx equals to V by 2. V minus V by 2. These two will cancel if you subtract. So what is the potential difference between A and X? V by 2. Right? So the resistance here R1 will be what? Voltage here V by 2 divided by current here. And what will be resistance here? R2. Voltage here V by 2 divided by current here, which is I by 2, which is V by I. If you substitute here, you will get V by I as R2. So R2 by 2. Substitute. Therefore, R1 by R2 will be 1 by 2. Understood, right? So very simple problem. Okay, students, now we will solve this beautiful problem. This is an infinite grid network where you have 2 points A and B, and you have to find equivalent resistance between A and B. Each section or each branch has resistance capital R. To solve this problem, we will make use of superposition principle and we will make use of symmetry. So superposition principle actually you know already. Suppose I give you a resistance which is 10 ohm and I connect two batteries with potential difference or voltage, let's say 20 volt and 10 volt, and I want the current. Can you tell me directly what will be the current? You can see these two batteries on series, same current will flow. Now question is, should I add the EMF or subtract? Well, this battery is sending current this way. This battery is sending current this way. So it will obviously oppose each other. So total EMF will be 20 minus 10. Current will be, resistance is 10. So current is total EMF by total resistance. So it will be 1 ampere. Okay. Same thing you can find by taking one battery at a time. So imagine the other battery is not there and see how much current the first battery will send. So how much current will flow here? It will flow this way. Let us call it I1. So voltage is 20, resistance is 10. 20 by 10, 2 ampere. Correct? So 2 ampere is going right side in this resistor due to this battery alone. Now imagine only this battery is there. 10 volt, 10 ohm. How much current? Current will flow this way, plus 2 minus I2. How much? 1 ampere. Voltage by resistance. So when you combine the two batteries in the circuit, okay, when you combine both the batteries, then you can simply find the current due to each battery and then superimpose. Matlab, algebraically add the current. You can see this current is going here 1 ampere, this current is going here 2 ampere. So when you combine these two batteries like this, the total current will be algebraic sum. So 1 I1 minus I2. So this was 2 ampere minus 1 ampere. Minus because they are in opposite direction. So 1 ampere. Okay, so we can find this way also. Of course, we don't do this way because we know how to find equivalent EMF, right? Okay. So to find the equivalent resistance between A and B, what I will assume is, let me assume that this point A is connected to some positive potential and negative potential is connected to infinity, where all these other points are connected. See, this grid is going to infinity. So all these points are at infinity and negative potential is also connected to that infinity point. So that becomes a closed circuit now because there is no open everywhere. All these points are going to infinity. I am connecting all these points to this negative terminal or negative potential. Then current coming I here. You see, to reach from here this way to this point infinity. Then from here to infinity, from here to infinity, from here this way to infinity. So this way, this way, this way and this way are symmetrical. Since it is symmetrical, because it is infinite this way, this way, this way, this way, it means current must divide equally. So here I by 4 must flow. I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. Correct? Okay. Now imagine the same thing. So I have these 2 points A and B. Now what I will do, I will imagine this point is connected to negative of the battery and this is positive potential of the battery, which is connected to infinity. So now current should come out of this I, let us say. Okay, same battery let us assume, then same current will come out. Now from this time the positive potential is connected to infinity, so currents will come from infinity and they will add here to come out from this wire. So how they should come? Because it is symmetrical, it must come I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. So I by 4. Okay, so now we will join these two. So when you will join these two, superimpose these two, see what you will get. So you will get, let me draw it here, right? So you join this wire here, or these two sources add, superimpose, then this wire will come like this, right? Okay, this is A point, this is B point. Then here I by 4 was going due to this initial source, and how much current was going here? I by 4 in the same direction due to this source. So when you superimpose, how much will go here? This will be now I by 2. Because I by 4 due to one source, I by 2 due to other source. So after adding, this is what you will get. Separate diagram if you make, it will be more clear. So I by 2 will flow. How this is I by 2? I by 4 plus I by 4. Correct? Okay. So then if I ask what is the, this part has resistance R, remember each section has resistance R. So if I ask potential difference between these two, what is the potential difference between these two, then what will you say? Ohm's law. So potential difference between these two V will be equal to current in this resistor we know and resistance also we know. So it will be current I by 2 into R. Equation 1. Right? Now when I say, remember current I is coming, then it is dividing like this, then coming out again I. It was coming out I. No, I have just superimposed these two. So here I by 4 will go. Sorry, I by 4 alone due to one source, I by 4 due to alone by the other source. When you combine, I by 2 will go here. Right? Okay. So now, since I know the voltage in terms of the resistance, this voltage, let us replace all these resistors by equivalent resistance. Then it means what? We can replace this whole circuit between A and B by equivalent resistance. So if I do that between A and B, I can put my equivalent resistance which I want to find, effective resistance. Then it means if you connect the same source here, this V, same current should go. So what will be your R effective? This V divided by the main current coming from the positive terminal of this source. But V by I is how much from here? V by I is how much from here? R by 2. So this must be R by 2. So the equivalent resistance between A and B is R by 2. Okay students, so try to rewind this and see once more. So first I have assumed this point A. See, directly if you put like this, you cannot say I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. How you can say like that? Because this path to reach B, because if I put source here directly like this, then you cannot say this path is identical to this path. No, because this path has to go to so many resistors and then reach B. This path has to go through so many resistors and reach B. This path can directly reach B. So that is not symmetrical. This path is not symmetrical to this tree. So you cannot say here I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4. Once you put source here, once you put battery here. But what I did, I first assumed that forget about this B point. I connected positive potential to A and negative potential to infinity. So now from here current should go and reach infinity, from here current should go and reach infinity, from here current should divide and reach infinity, current from here should do its own things, divide and whatever it does and reach infinity. So now the paths are equivalent. So now I can say this will be I by 4. That is the main technique. Then same thing you do for this one separately, to negative potential and positive potential to infinity. So again this path to reach this point, this path to reach this point, this path to reach this point, and this path are identical. So I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, I by 4, the total will be I. Understood? So then when you superimpose, it will be I by 4 plus I by 4, which will be I by 2. Okay, so that is the main thing you have to check. So what if they give you this kind of circuit? Okay. And this is getting repeated everywhere, let's say. Like this, something like this. Okay. So like this, it keeps on repeating on all the sides, everywhere. Okay. So then here, if I want equivalent resistance between A and B, let us say any 2 points A and B, then try this problem yourself. But if you use little bit of logic, then there we had 4 sides, right? 4 sides, and the resistance was R by 2. Here you can see current can divide one way here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So current can divide in 6 ways. Their current was able to divide in 4 ways. So that time equivalent resistance was R by 2. Here will be R by 3. So try this out yourself, apply the same logic and see whether you get the answer or not. So connect this to one battery with negative terminal to infinity. Then connect this to another battery with here negative terminal, positive terminal to infinity. Distribute the current. Then superimpose the two batteries to find the total current here. Then find R first in terms of voltage and current, this main current, and then find R equivalent. Matlab replace this all the circuit by one resistance here. Again find R equivalent, substitute V by I like I did, you will get this answer. So for this question, this would be the answer. Okay. Another variation could be, like this, another variation. So here again they may ask equivalent resistance between 2 points A and B, all the other is going to infinity. So you have to keep drawing this till infinity. Then how will you find here whatever current comes can divide in 3 branches. So when it was dividing in 4 branches, answer was R by 2. When it was dividing in 6 branches current, it was R by 6 divided by 2, R by 3. So here it is dividing in 3 branches. So what will be R effective? R by, when it was dividing in 4 branches, here 2 was there, 4 by 2. When it was dividing in 6 branches, 3 was here, 6 by 2. Now it is dividing in 3 branches, so it will be 3 by 2, which will be 2R by 3. Okay, this also you can give a try.